Alright, well, so out to my garden here. Actually, it's my wife's garden. I really don't want a lot to do with it because it's exhausting. But I'm roped into it anyway. So, yeah, we built this garden out here. I started some video on it earlier. I'll probably post it at some point. But this is the finished product. I'm going to be putting a gate here on these, between these two posts, because I didn't think it'd be a big deal, but the squirrels have learned that they can come through the gate. They're smart little bastards, those squirrels. So anyway, so I'm gonna be putting a gate here, and I'm just gonna cover it for now with the chicken wire until she figures out what kind of structure she wants out here some point next year. Adjust a gate contractor series. So I'm gonna be sticking that in here in a minute. I don't know if I even looked online to see. I've put a couple of these in, so I know what I'm doing already. So I haven't researched it much. But now I have 12 subscribers, so I feel pressure to put content up. So I'm gonna videotape. I'm gonna video this installation and throw it on there and whatever. I seem to be getting most of my subscribers on the Unify stuff, so that's probably what more people are interested in. So I'll post more of that. Maybe later today. Maybe I'll go through the infrastructure later today, and I'll get that up sometime next week. But there's part of it right there. That's my outside switch cabling. You can hear that humming away. It's got a little active fan in there for cooling, and it's got also a heater in there because I have a switch inside there. Anyway, I digress. Gate. So I'm gonna get to putting this gate up. That's a box in a box. Well, that's ridiculous. I forgot about that. I actually knew it was a box in a box. Ugh. All right. Oh, this gyro's messed up. Okay. So there's a couple things you gotta think about when you're doing these hinges. Decide on the gate, which is this doodad here, which is this doodad here. It's a carriage bolt, so the if you're gonna put planks or something across this, you want to have the carriage bolt up where the planks are and not this part, because you got to be able to get to that part to tighten it. So just something you got to think about when you're doing that. You know what, actually, I'll show you a finished gate first. Just way over there. Yeah, the yard needs to be mowed. Don't judge me. And weed whacked. So this is the gate. This is a different latch system because this one actually I got this different. It's got a lock. It's got a lock on both sides. So, but anyway, you see these are the how the hinges work. So as I was saying, carriage bolt. If you're gonna put fencing on it, you want to make sure you have your carriage bolt on the side you're going to put your fencing on, because you could conceivably put fencing on this side if you wanted it that way. If it was a double-sided fence, you know, I might want a finished side on the inside as well. Well, then I'd be screwed, because then you'd have to cut that out. Anyway, usually one side gets it, so the carriage bolt should be, the flat end of the carriage bolt should be on that side. But this is the way it looks. I cut this window in this one. This is what it'll look like finished. The one on the garden is not going to have any fencing on it, though. It's just going to be covered with the chicken wire. So it's kind of what the finished product looks like. Back to work. to this. These arms go this way, support the rest of the gate. They have like a little channel on the bottom, so you want to have the flat side at the top, like so. The other thing about this one is I found that this this hole and this hole are lined up with each other. So when you go in there with this screw, and this screw, yeah, that doesn't really work too well. So very odd the way they designed that. I guess nobody really thought about that, because it's a little tricky when you're using them like that. To the point where I think what I did was I went here and here, and they just barely hit, and I don't think I used these two. So I keep dropping screws because it's hot out and I'm tired, and I want to be done with this. So anyway, yeah. So pay attention to that. That doesn't work out very well usually. I probably should check, make sure it's gonna open all the way, not hit the ground. Good. And it looks like it's still wide enough to get the wheelbarrow in there. So now this whole outside is gonna be, I'm gonna do chicken wire. I'm just gonna cover the whole outside with chicken wire and do like a sweep down below. And then I'll probably do a, just a 2x4 on the side here, all the way down to the ground. So you block that out. Block the critters as much as possible. Probably same on the other side as well. So guess I'll staple on the chicken wire, and then I'll just show the finished product. Alright, so this is done, the gate here. It's not pretty, but it's kind of temporary until she figures out what kind of gate the wife wants here permanently. So instead of blocking this off with wood, I just brought this all the way over. And it seems to work okay. It bunches up a little bit because it gets a little longer as you open it, but it should be fine. Not worried about it. It'll do what it's supposed to do. It looks good shut. So, and I left a little down there, so kind of like a sweep to kind of, hopefully maybe keep some animals from getting under it. So I still got this side open, which is really big enough probably for some kind of critter to get in there. But yeah, I'll figure that out later. Probably just, like I said, put a piece of wood or something in there as a backstop kind of thing. So that's it. It's done. Oh, and I didn't. I put this. The kit comes with this cable. So it just hooks there and goes down here, and it's threaded with a saddle nut thing. I don't remember what they call them, but and then it just loops around there. And then if this ever sags, you can just tighten this up, and it pulls it back up. So anyway, that's it. I'm done. It's like 90 degrees out today, and I'm sweating to death. And some of the delays were my own doing, I got to admit. But it's still been a long day, so yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.